Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Business Matching event hosted by Asian Smart City Conference. My name is Kayoko Okubo, and I'll be your MC today. I'm also one of the certified experts at the Global Solutions Japan, which is coordinating this business matching event today. Next slide, please. Okay, to start with this event, we have a few announcements to make. So first of all, for online participants, we'd like to ask your camera turned on and keep it on. Please keep the microphone turned off throughout the event, except when it's your turn to make a presentation, at which time we ask you to turn it on before you speak. And secondly, please change your display name to start with your company name, followed by a slash and your first name. Thirdly, we'd like to ask you to stay seated throughout our event. Next slide, please. Okay, here's our timetable for this event. After this opening announcement, we are moving on to the presentation time. After the presentation, we will have a guideline for a one-on-one meeting. So please stay seated throughout this event. We will be closing the event in about 2 hours, which will be 5:30 p.m. in Japanese time. We hope you all will have a productive but fun time with us. Now, we are moving on to the presentation time. This is what you have all been waiting for. Before we start, we'd like to let you know that we'll be hosting one-on-one meeting, as I say, for our participants today. If you are interested in speaking with other participants, these meetings will be held on November 21st through the November 22nd. We will make an announcement later on to let you know how to apply for these meetings. So stay tuned to find your potential business partners with whom you might want to have a one-on-one meeting. And today, we have 11 participants, 6 from Japan and 5 from Philippines, and separated in 5 groups. After presentations from companies in each group, we will take a 5-minute Q&A session. And this is important. For online participants, please keep your camera on at all times. Please also make sure you turn the microphone on before you speak. And most importantly, for all participants, please wrap up your presentation within 5 minutes. For participants at the event site, you will find a timer on the stage, on the table. And for online participants, you will see a timer on the upper right corner of the slide. So here's our first group and companies on the list. Now it's your turn to present. And we'd like to start from Amcon.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's sessions. Since we only have 5 minutes to present, so please allow me to start our presentation. So before starting to go into the main topic, what kind of advantages of our machines has, let me introduce a little bit of our companies. So the name of the company is Amcon Japan, and we are the inventor of the multi-disc type screw press and dewatering equipment. And to measure more, we are not only the inventor, but we are the pioneer, the first model of making the dewatering equipment. And before going to the main topic, I would like to show you a little bit of the network of our companies. Since we have 3 main branches in Japan and China and Czech Republic, opening new office in Philippine Manila from this year in August, we will operate our company with these 4 branches and office. Here we have the installation records worldwide. We have already installed our units for 5,500 units to 77 countries, and including Europe, Asia, and South America, Oceania, Middle East, and Africa. And 77 countries is nearly 40% of the number of the company in the world. Here we have the list of the customers. As you can see, we have in here San Miguel, Coca-Cola, Cargill, and Kellogg's. So you can easily think that our machines are recognized by the gigantic companies. And here we have the list of the installations in the case of Philippines. We have already installed for nearly 50 units into the mainlands and south islands of the Philippines, and including the government and the private sectors. For example, Nestle, Epson's, and some other gigantic companies that you can see in this list. So, why the customers are so being fascinated by Amcon? Let me explain you a little bit. So here we have the list of advantages of our machines, starting from number 1, energy-saving designs, number 2, clock-free structures, and number 3, easy operations, and also for the number 6, wide applications. And here I'm going to explain mainly focusing on number 1 and 2 and 6. So for the number 1, energy-saving designs, here we have the advantage in the case of energy savings. And as you can see, for the conservation of the water, compared to the belt press, our volute dewatering press has 100 times less of usage of water. So it is really easy to define that our machine has more, we can maintain and contribute to the sustainabilities. At the same time, for the electricity, in a comparison of the centrifuge, our volute dewatering press has 20 times less of usage of electricity. So it is environmentally friendly. At the same time, we can conserve more energy and water at the same time. And here we have the clock-free structures. And Amcon's dewatering press is equipped with unique volute technologies, which allows dewatering sludge while automatically self-cleaning the filter mesh. So the people doesn't need to involve with the cleaning of the water itself. So it is more convenient and easy to operate. And to wrap up the presentation, here we have the wide applications. As already mentioned in the slides of the Philippines, we have already installed our machines on municipal and private area, including chemical plants, food factories, and machinery, for example, cosmetics, textile, and automobile. So we can define that any kind of companies could be our main customers. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, please let me ask.
Thank you very much for the great presentations. Now we'd like to move on to the next. Next is Aquaterra Integrated Solutions. Now it's your turn. Please unmute.
Advance. There's video. Cheers. Nag-share screen na ako. It's not showing. Just a moment. Okay. So somebody else is sharing. That's why I cannot share. You cannot start screen share while the other participant is sharing. Okay? So I cannot share my screen. Somebody else hasn't stopped sharing.
We are sorry, everyone. We have a little technical issue.
Now you're okay now?
Just wait. We have a little technical issue. I will tell you when to start. So please remain seated and wait.
Yeah, I know. But sandali daw eh. Presentation. Kahit ano man yung present na sa workshop.
Okay, thank you for waiting and thank you for sharing your screen. We'd like to move on this presentation where the screen you share with us. So please start your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I am from Aquaterra Integrated Solutions, and I'm Jimmy Lopez. Basically, we're more of a trading company, but we do systems. Like we are exclusive distributor of aquafuse products from the USA. They are HDPE pipes made out of PE 4710 resins. Of course, this is far better than the current HDPE pipes that are available now in the market. We're also a distributor of Rainbird products, irrigation system, an irrigation system that's very technologically advanced. And we also distribute McElroy fusion machine. Aside from that, we have other partners. We have Brentwood, tube settlers, clarifiers, and their polychem sludge scrapers, usually for water treatment systems and wastewater treatment plants. We also represent Wansheng, a Chinese company, but they do glass-fused tanks, water tanks, or any chemical tanks. We also represent Memstar. They have the advanced ultrafiltration membrane system, which lasts longer than the normal NIP processed membranes. We also sometimes use MBBRs from Headworks and also from some other suppliers. And then recently we just closed a chemical supply of chlorine dioxide, and we're looking at supplying also calcium hypochlorite in the market, in the water market in the Philippines. We prefer to use chlorine dioxide because they avoid THM, the trihalomethane, which is found out to be carcinogenic when it reacts with other organic matters. Of course, we are in partnership with NetForce, and what do? They do golf course systems, and that's why we have our Aquafuse products, which is very durable, and we have our Rainbird system. We do also landscaping, by the way, and that's why we supply landscape systems. And then for the sewage treatment plant, the wastewater treatment plant, we have done several already together with NetForce. These are some hotels in Boracay, and I think we're going to do more hotels there because we're the only ones standing there right now as far as wastewater treatment is concerned for the new ones. And then we also offer services as far as water treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants, septic treatment plants design. And then the building is done by our partner company. So as far as Volute is concerned, when we saw Volute there, we've seen their system. In fact, we saw their old system in Cebu still operating, and it's a very good system. And of course, that's one item that we would like to work with also. And I think that's all. Anyone who wants to supply us any item that's related to water and wastewater system, golf course systems, then we're available. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the great presentations. Now, we'll have... Can you move the slide? Okay, now we have a 5-minute Q&A session. If you have any questions to those companies, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask. Is there anybody who have any questions? Let me ask from the event site. Everyone? No? Okay, then let me ask the online participants. Do you have any questions to those companies? Please unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, I raised my hand. Regarding the Volute thing, he mentioned that this is the 4th branch that they'll be operating. Did they close the previous Amcon company here in the Philippines?
Hello, this is Yuta from Amcon Japan. I'm colleague of George Kitamura. And my understanding that your question is if we have a branch office in Philippines or not.
My question actually is if you close the previous one and you open a new one, because you said this is the 4th branch that you'll be opening.
Actually, the Philippine office which we built this August is the first one. We didn't have any branches office, but we have a business relationship with the certain distributors in Philippines to expand the business.
Okay. So this time it's a full-time branch of Amcon.
Yes.
No longer a representative office. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're correct. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. What about others? Is anybody else has any questions to those companies? please unmute and speak.
Actually, I have a question for.
Yes, please
Okay.
go ahead.
So I have a question for you. So on your presentation material, you mentioned that the target markets are golf course and the design, construction, and golf course maintenance and water treatment system. But at the same time, your service offered is from sewage and treatment plant until the septage treatment plant. I thought that the target and offered target and service offered is also same as a target market, right? What is the difference between the target and service offered?
Okay, because we can service like in the golf courses, we can do recycling of their water from the pond, right? And so they can reuse the water. As far as the septic system is concerned, because of our Clean Water Act, the new law, the old law in the Philippines that's taking a little time in implementation, and therefore we also have received several queries for septic treatment plants, sewage treatment plants. And that's why we're also in that area.
I see. Thank you. By the way, so what is your, do you have any target, I mean, in terms of the religion in your target, from north part of Philippines to the south part of Philippines?
Yeah, we cover the whole nation, actually, from Ilocos Norte all the way to Mindanao. In fact, we're opening a branch somewhere in Davao.
So you mean that you can cover a whole project from whole religion?
Yes, sir. In fact, our wastewater treatment plants cover several in Visayas and in Luzon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering to my questions.
Thank you, Mr. Yuta.
Okay, thank you very much. Is anybody else who has any questions to those companies? Okay, then thank you very much for the participants for your wonderful and fascinating presentations. And please give a round of applause to those of them. Now we'd like to move on to the next. Here's our second group. And companies on the list, now it's your turn to present. And we'd like to start from TKK Evolutions.
Hello? スライドが Could you put on my... Oh, okay. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Hiroshi Tominaga from TKK Evolution Company Limited. TKK Evolution is a company of a TKK Group. Our company was established in 1909 and has 114 years of history. We have been consistently involved in water environment of the cities and working to support urban infrastructures in various fields such as waterworks, sewage, pipe construction and maintenance services, as well as manufacturing of a water reforming device. We developed industrial technology using Japanese traditional technology of water reformation by natural minerals and created water reformation equipment we called BW device. By introducing the equipment, we are marketing NCSC method, non-chemical scale control method for solution of scale elimination. And also we are marketing magnetite rust method for recovery of deteriorated water pipes. And the first one is this slide, energy saving by NCSC method. NCSC method, which we have Japanese patent, is a technology that removes scale from the inside of water pipes, which were deteriorated over time, without using any chemicals and any electricity. Also, we developed devices for measuring a degree of water reforming, and we have patents in Japan, US, Europe, Singapore, and Malaysia. With this water reforming device, you can save electric power consumption at turbo compressor in large cooling system by 30% or more. The scale adhered to the water pipes of circulating water in cooling tower reduces heat exchange efficiency in a condenser tank and causes overdriving of a turbo compressor. When our water reforming device are installed, the power consumption for excessive operation can be reduced by 30% or more. And also, you don't need periodical maintenance to clean pipes using chemicals. You can see the drawing of the centrifugal chiller for large cooling systems. BW unit will be installed in water supply pipe on the right side, and BWPB units should be installed in the bottom of a water tower. Right-hand bottom is a graph how the electricity consumption reduced in 73 days after installation. And the second page, okay, we call magnetite rust method. This technology prevents and improves deterioration of old water supply pipes by changing the red rust to black rust, which restores the thickness of water pipes. And its benefit is, number one, for very old deteriorated water pipes in a building such as a condominium, no piping replacement is necessary, and also shorten installation time only with 1 or 2 days. And benefits too is water reformation will reduce BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, improves cleansing power, removes scale, and bring antibacterial effect. Photos in lower left part shows the black rust process. Red rust coming from deteriorated water pipes changes to black rust 100% in less than 10 months. And the bottom left graph shows the transparency process of red water. Red water will be changed to clean water with our device. So we'd like to find a good partner in the Philippines to market our water reform devices. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentations. Now, we'd like to move on to the next, as a test tech group. Now it's your turn to present, so please unmute microphone and start.
Yes, hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elmer La Peña from the Test Tech Group. We actually are, we have a manufacturing plant in Calamba, Laguna in the Philippines, and also in Malaysia. We do semiconductor and electronics manufacturing. We also have facilities management and maintenance for many companies. Altogether, we have about 3,000 headcount. Among our major clients, I just put a couple for each item: semiconductor and electronics manufacturing. This is Simtech from Japan and Renesas also from Japan. We also do IFM for Canada, which is hotel in the Philippines, and quite a big hotel into the Philippines. It has about 700 chillers. And then we also do the facilities management for Minebea Mitsumi, which is the largest semiconductor electronics manufacturing in the Philippines. They have about 26,000 headcount. I understand now with the semiconductor industry challenges, they have about 19,000. And we also do energy management. Again, I chose a Japanese company, Yamaha. So we installed the energy monitoring system inside Yamaha. We also provide manpower support and staffing. Again, I chose two Japanese companies here, Toyota Corporation, which does wire harness, and Terumo, which does the pharmaceutical syringes and other medical supplies. So we cover all aspects of facilities management, including wastewater treatment, as I presented earlier. And we also do HVAC, mechanical ventilation. We do electrical and any other requirements for the clients, including building management systems. And we also do the energy monitoring system. So the question on prospects for international business, we provide turnkey manufacturing services, mainly for electronics and semiconductors. And so we are open to do manufacturing the companies in Japan. That's my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentations. Thank you. And now we'll take a 5-minute Q&A sessions. If you have any questions to those companies, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask. Let me start asking from the participants from the event site. Is anybody who has questions to those companies? Okay, then let me ask the online participants. If you have any questions to those companies, please unmute yourself and ask.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, to the presenter of the non-chemical scale control system. Is it possible to ask for more information from him to be sent to us about this product? Because we cater to a lot of water systems that have those problems, scale problems. And so we would like to know more about his product and how to, implement the same thing here in the market in the Philippines. I hope you got my question or my request, sir.
So, can you answer to his questions?
He has to unmute his microphone.
Let me ask, his question is the TKK evaluations. Can you answer to his question?
I can't hear you.
He couldn't hear his voice. I'm sorry, we actually couldn't hear your voice. So could you please ask your question one more time?
Okay, sir, we are very interested in your product. It looks like it can address some of the inquiries that we have here regarding water systems. Is it possible for you to provide more information to us so that we can see how it is being implemented, how it can be implemented here in the Philippines?
Yeah, when you are interested in our technology, we can cooperate with you for the testing at your site because our technology was proven in Japanese market, and also we did the testing in Taiwan or Vietnam, but situations with water is totally various from country to country, and we should do that investigation before we start. And we are ready to cooperate with any company in various countries who are interested in our technology. So,
Thank you.
yeah, please contact us and we can communicate. So how we can do that?
We will do that, sir. We will contact you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. I think it's a good opportunity to take advantage of the one-on-one meeting later on November 21st and 22nd. So it's going to be a good match. So let's move on to the, before we move on to the next, and we'd like to thank you for the participants for your wonderful and fascinating presentations. And please give a round of applause again. And then we'd like to move on to the next group. So it's a third group, and the companies on the list. Now it's time to present. And we'd like to start from the Geosphere Environmental Technology Corporation.
Hello, I'm Jan Aoki. Thank you for coming. So I'll explain our company. I'll first explain about us. So we, Geosphere Environment Technology Corporation. It's shortly GET. We founded in 2000 as a venture company from Tokyo University. So our major numerical calculation technology. The company has provided scientific quantitative solution concerning various water issues. Using advanced numerical simulation technology named GetFlows. I will explain GetFlows later briefly. Then, since 2000 up to 2022. 2000 at this time was spin out from Tokyo University. So we have already received 1,000 projects from Japanese government or local government and part from overseas. Then our business, we have mainly three business. One is the engineering and consulting service using GetFlows. The future of the GetFlows, it is calculate surface water and groundwater at the same time. Generally, in a water simulator used for only the surface water or underground only. Or our product calculates simultaneously surface water and groundwater. And we, in business, is an integrated waterhead modeling and design evaluations for water resource and disaster reduction and environment evaluations. And next, so our product GetFlows, we are licensor. And we already licensed to Japan and Thailand, Malaysia, and China. Then last one, providing training. We are available at training course several, if you want. This figure is get flows. As get flows is digital twin of the country. It's left side is natural water cycle. The right side is digital. Our technology changed to natural to digital. Then natural is a rainfall, and so go infiltration and the flow down in the groundwater, and sometimes spraying or surface is evaporation as a water cycle. It's same things as the right side and digital. The surface is 3D, and it is consists of a lot of cubes. Each cubes is a 6 surface. Each surface equation of action and calculate the water and the air. Next slide is a one for the in case in Sri Lanka. It's whole land. Blue line is surface water. Red line is groundwater. We can get the groundwater capability. Which place is the best position to intake the groundwater? Or surface water is the condition. It's sometimes that it's happening flood or drought. It can be calculated. Last one, in the explain the innovation with get flows. Left slide in a destination plant plan to use sea spring. We can analyze sea spring point. It is pump pressure is a medium and membranes and extend its life. Life size for TCFD or TNFD. It is some of the report, company report, annual report or sustainability report. It is nowadays company should mention on the report is climate change. We can analyze the risk of each factory or companies. Okay, thank you. This is my email address. If you want interest in our technology, please email me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentations. Now we'd like to move on to the next. It's Pacific Spectrum Environmental. Now it's your turn to present, so please unmute and speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. Right, my slides are up. So good afternoon once again. I am Brian Wee, and I'm the president of Pacific Spectrum Environmental. So a quick view of our company. It's been around for the last 22 years now, since 2001. And we have more than 20 years of experience. At this point, we have carried out not only 600, but already 700. We hit 702 projects just this month. And we've carried out various types of environment, health and safety, engineering, and consultancy works, which includes environmental impact assessments, environmental safety, social site audits. And these were done serving more than 200 clients. Most of them are local, but we've had various clients also in the international field, and most of them are typically international consulting firms as well. So our services in general is environment, health and safety, consulting, and engineering. So in terms of our consulting services, we focus on compliance of our companies in terms of regulations in the Philippines. And these are related to government agencies that are handling, say, for example, environment, health, and safety, managing chemicals, importation of chemicals, this stuff. And on the side of our engineering, we mainly focus on two things. One is desalination systems. So we have a partner, American partner for our desalination system. And we have an in-house capability in terms of designing our wastewater treatment systems. So the way we handle things is that we, based on our experience of 20 years, we can actually handle various wastewater treatment technologies like sequencing batch reactor, moving bed biofilm reactor. The very recently quite famous is the advanced oxidation process, but we generally use that as tertiary treatment and all those various stuff. We have a partner currently for our moving bed biofilm reactor in Germany, Mutag. So we carry the brand in the Philippines as the country partner. And it's generally, I think, the number 2 in terms of surface area, but it can actually exceed a big deal of in terms of, because it's made of polyethylene, it can actually hit the life expectancy of close to 50 more years. So the reason why I joined is that I feel that the Japanese companies who are offering their partnership is aligned with our interest in bringing in Japanese technology to support our clients. So we normally focus on domestic wastewater, but there are things that we want to focus on as well, like the industrial wastewater treatment, which might require more sophisticated and advanced treatment, which I feel that we can provide through this partnership with Japanese companies. So I do look forward for connecting with the rest of the Japanese companies that are in this in this this meeting. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the great presentations. Now, we'd like to move on to our Q&A sessions. If you have any questions to the companies in the group number 3, please raise your hand or unmute yourself. Let me start asking from the participants from the event site. Do you have any questions to those companies? Please raise your hand. Yes, please.
So thank you for giving us the presentation. I would like to ask one questions about the industrial wastewater treatment. On the slides, you mentioned that your company has a service as a water waste treatment, but I would like to know exactly how and if there is any specific model for the industrial wastewater management. I would like to hear it.
I believe the question is addressed to us.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I mentioned earlier that our company has been around for more than 20 years. So basically, from the beginning, we worked with conventional activated sludge systems in terms of our design, but it has essentially moved towards sequencing batch reactor and most very recently the moving bed biofilm reactor as well as the membrane bioreactor. So those 4 are typical technologies that we work on, but the way we manage our design projects and installation projects is we need to find out first what our client demand is, the requirement. So it's mainly focused on making sure that it is fully compliant with the environmental regulations here in the Philippines, so the effluent standards. So we have those technologies, and we've partnered as well with a German firm for bringing the biochip, mutant biochip. So it has like more than 5 times the typical attachment surface area. So I think your question was how we look into the design. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So generally, we look at the requirements of the company, and we look at the influent pollutant parameters, the levels, and design based on effluent standards. And all of our projects are guaranteed in terms of performance for generally for the lifetime of the equipment.
Thank you very much for asking the questions.
Okay, thank you very much. And is there anybody who has any other questions from the event site? Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. This is from Murata, and I'd like to have a question to the Pacific and about your service, environmental sampling and monitoring. So what kind of the method or the tools or technology that you are using for this service?
Yeah, for environmental monitoring, we actually work very closely with a DNR, or the governing agency here. So we work very closely with accredited laboratories. So our role in projects with environmental monitoring is to design the sampling activity, to design determine the correct sampling stations, the correct pollutant parameters or environmental monitoring parameters based on the objective of the company. So typically, we can go in terms of monitoring for compliance requirements with the government regulation, or even for exploratory and internal monitoring purposes for the companies. So these are typically, say, for example, mining exploration companies, or power plants, and the larger, more polluting industries in the Philippines.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me contact you later.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me ask the questions from the online participants. If you have any questions to those companies, please unmute and ask. No questions? Then we'll move on to the next. And thank you very much for the participants for your wonderful and fascinating presentations. And please give a round of applause again. And then we'd like to move on to the next group. Group number 4 is a TriPac and Netforce International Inc. And the companies on the list, it's your turn to make a presentation. So start from the TriPac.
Hi, my name is Tom Tamura from TriPac, and on behalf of Glance Technology, I'd like to introduce this next generation smart floodlight. And this one, this technology is a small energy but it's super bright and minimizing management costs. So, okay, now you see the video of it. This is only 160 watts of the energy we use. It is so bright. And what this light can do is producing 300,000 lux by 100 watt of a small energy. So now here's the looks. And what's the 300,000 looks? It's 3 times more of sunny daylight, and then 100 watt is just like the laptop PC. So it's bright by small energy and reach far distance and clear like sunlight. Okay. And also it can be a replaceable mercury light. So here's the case of the mercury light. So only 270 and a 57-meter height of statue we replaced. Or here's another one, and 2,800 to 320. So cost-saving factors. So because it's a super bright and far distance and very clear, so you can reduce the units of the lighting you set up, and then so consumption of the power is going to reduce, and also long lifetime. I will explain later. And here's another example. So this is a Japanese the LED light, and here's our light, and here's another one, the comparison. So about 10 times of the brightness and 5 times of the distance. And here's a tower buildings. It's only 160 watt. And here's the one long distance. Here comes this. And this is the castle light up. It's only 80 watt. And then also you can change the color really easily. And then also this is for the agriculture use as well. So, and okay, let's go skip and then. And there's unsolved issues on this the LED technologies. About 30% of the power becomes the light, and the rest, the 70% has become heat. So it's like 300 watts makes 210 watts of the heat. So building up this heat and killing the electric parts and makes a short life, and also reduce illuminance by temperature. And then, of course, also a cause of the fire. So the cooling is very important. So here's some examples of some failures on the street. And our technology is the stable cooling. You see that there's some, well, let's go fast. And these are patented technology by, so with stable. So after going up 20 degrees and it stays on same temperature, so you won't go far away to 80 degrees, 90 degrees like others. So application examples. And stadium lights and port areas and industrial zones. And also, this is encourages really a lot, and it's clarifying the security video. That's also another. And also, next week, we're going to have an exhibition at agriculture, indoor smart agriculture, and also disaster shelter. So this is a characteristics of Aztec Superlight. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your great presentations. And now we'd like to move on to the next. It's Netforce International. Now it's your turn to present. So please unmute and speak. I'm sorry, we actually cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yung naman sa screen ko. Gamit mo nga. Good afternoon. I'm Nasir Daldas. I'm the president of NetForce International. NetForce is business is golf course construction, and we have built so many courses in the Philippines. So we started out in the golf course laying pipes and irrigation, and we ventured now into the water industry, doing water treatment plants and wastewater treatment plants. So technically, we are a contractor and an end user of the products that are being presented now. So we have done several projects in the Philippines in sewage treatment plants, particularly in the island of Boracay. So we are very much open to technology partners who can partner with us in getting projects in the Philippines. We can get projects, and we will need technology partners. As far as our accomplishment, we have done at least 10 courses under our company, and we are using HDPE pipes. We are proud to say that we are the only golf course contractor in the Philippines that is utilizing HDPE pipes that is being fused. So we're getting that from the US, and if there are any available piping technology in Japan, we are very much welcome. You're very much welcome to introduce your company. And our target market are the property developers, real estate investors, water concessionaires, and manufacturing in the mining industry. So with that, thank you for your time, and I hope to get in touch with the companies in Japan for future business.
Okay, thank you very much for your great presentations. Now, we'd like to move on to our 5-minute Q&A sessions. And if you have any questions to the companies in group number 4, please raise your hand or unmute and ask. And let me start asking from the participants from the event site. Is anybody who has questions to those companies? Please raise your hand. No questions? Okay, so let me ask the participants, online participants. If you have any questions to those companies, please unmute and speak.
Yeah, hello, Brian, we here. I guess there will be opportunity during the one-on-one this coming November 21st. So I wish to be connected with the LED group and the lights. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much. This is another opportunity for the one-on-one meeting. It's very exciting.
Yes.
And let me ask other questions from all the participants. Do you have any questions to those companies? Please raise your hand or unmute and ask. No questions?
We also have a booth over there. So if any questions, just come to our booth.
So if you have any questions, yes, please stop by their booth. And okay, now we'd like to move on to the next. And before that, we'd like to thank you for participants for your wonderful and fascinating presentations. And please give a round of applause once again. Then let's move on to the final group number 5. And the companies on the list. Now it's your turn to present. And we'd like to start from Mikuniya Corporations.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity to have a presentation today. Yes, this is a proposal for the sustainable recycling system from 2 companies, our company Mikuniya and ATEC for the Philippines. So I think that the issues and the solution for the Philippines is economic is growing, and then the waste volume is also growing, so that you have the problem for the flow of the waste in your landfill. So disposing the waste at the final landfill site directly, because I believe that the recycling system are not developed yet and matured yet. And I believe that in the Philippines, difficult to implement the incineration plant. So our solution is let's start recycling and stop dumping the landfill. So recycling flow is very simple. No segregation, just garbage. But after separation, resource circulation will be available. The technology from the ATEC the technology is the separator. This separator is perfectly separate the plastic and the organic waste. And for the waste plastic can be the recycling at the boiler fuel for the cement plant. And organic waste, the two solutions from our proposal. One is from my company, Mikuniya, the reducing the volume reduction. And another is a rigid feed solution for the pig farm. Okay. And I'm looking for the potential user and the target client in the Philippines. For the public sector, the local government, the transfer point or the processing center for the municipal waste or the sewage treatment plant. And for the private sector, we are looking for the opportunity to have the discussion with international hotel, commercial complex, the land developer, or specifically the seafood product processing factory. We have the experience to implement. And for the ATEC technology, the pig farm or the cement plant. So that the organic waste volume reduction system, the name the Mishimax is our technology, and the sustainable resource recycling system, our solution is the food waste or the sludge after waste treatment plant. Moisture content should be 80% or 85%. They put every day for the 6 months, and after the 6 months getting output, the output is a nice, will be the nice organic fertilizer. And for the ATEC technology, that separator is anyway very strong and solid and strong, overwhelmingly different from the competitor product, especially the shaft. Okay, and then. So I think that's all. Thank you very much. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you very much for your great presentations. And now we'd like to move on to the next. Next is the RTI system automation. Now it's your turn to present, so please unmute and speak.
Good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Okay. Just a background on the RTI system automation. This is a decade, more than a decade company, which is focused on equipment manufacturing. We do have tooling and tooling fabrications, and also industry 4.0 or system automations. Basically, we supplied local, and somehow we managed to supply international customer in San Francisco, in Malaysia, as well in Taiwan, even Mexico, for those equipments. So our equipment is not limited just for production for the semiconductor electronics. We do have equipments also for automotive, and also for those production type equipment. Then the other products that we have is the metal fabrication. So we do have parts manufacturing fabrication. We do have contract manufacturings, even those tables, rocks, and parts of equipments, those direct materials that made to be fabricated. So we're doing that one here in our factory in Carmona. And the third product that we have is the system automation. So we do equipment monitoring. We have those third-cell integration and traceability system for health and monitoring of our equipment. And that's all for my presentation. This is Bernie, then the General Manager for RTI System Automation.
Did you finish your presentations?
Yeah, it's done already.
Okay, thank you for your great presentations. Now, we'd like to move on to the next. This is the final presenters. It's Murata Manufacturing. Please come on the stage.
Thank you very much. So my name is BMS from the representative from Murata Manufacturing Corporation. So let me start with the company profile. So our company name, Murata Manufacturing Corporation, established in 1944, and we have the headquarters in Kyoto. And right now we have around 73K employees all over the world. And this is our location across the world. So in America and also in European countries, and especially in Southeast Asia, including Philippines, that we have the factory and also sales office there. And actually our core business is the electronic components makers, but we are transforming to the new business development as the data service provider for the 2 new projects. And the first one here is the traffic counter system, which we deliver the comprehensive traffic information, safety alerts, efficient traffic management, smart mobility, and support the smart city. And for the new project here, environmental sensor, so we provide the all-inclusive air quality information, enhancing a better pollution control, climate change awareness, and efficient safety information. And this is our collaboration in ASEAN countries. So we are working with several local partners in each country, like Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam. And our next target is Philippines. And this is one of the example of our successful case in Indonesia. So together with the Jakarta Traffic Agency, we already deploy around 100 sensors located in a central area of Jakarta. And we provide the traffic information to the traffic management, and also another project for the area traffic control, which is for the automatic traffic signal control system. We already installed 2 locations in Surabaya. And for the upcoming demand next year, so we will have another 60 locations more in Jakarta, 20 for West Java, 10 for Makassar, and 10 for Kalimantan. And in other countries, we're also collaborating like with the city governments and also the leading university. And this is our mission to create a smart and data-driven cities across Southeast Asia. So we aim to provide the authorities with the accurate and updated information, assist local authorities to implement better traffic planning, road improvements, and lessen the traffic congestion, and also enhance a better control on traffic lights, automation, and for the environmental issues, so potentially detect the possibility of flooding and other natural disaster for prevention, and can help warning residents towards the air quality for public health and strengthen the region's environmental goals of reducing overall carbon footprints to align with the global levels set by UN for climate change. So this can lead to the sustainable boosting overall national productivity, the economy, and also securing the environment. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your wonderful presentations. Now we'd like to move on to a 5-minute Q&A sessions. And if you have any questions to the 3 companies in the group number 5, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask. Let me start from asking the participants from the event site. And is there anybody who has any questions to those companies? Please raise your hand. No questions? Okay, then let me ask the online participants. If you have any questions to those companies, please unmute yourself and speak. Yes, please.
We have an allied company that deals with landfills and collection of garbage in a big city here in the Philippines. We're interested to meet with Mikunia company and ATEC for the possibility of a joint venture or a partnership here in the Philippines during the November 21 meeting. Is that okay?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much for your interest. Yes, please have the discussion for the details. I'm quite interested in the relationship in the Philippines. Okay. Thank you.
I think they're on mute.
Yes, I'm from Mikunia. Mm-hmm.
They cannot be heard, ma'am.
I thought your question is to Mikunia Corporation. Is that right? And do you have any other questions to Murata Manufacturing as well?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, for Murata. Does this traffic system is it manufactured already and we just need to, introduce to the government, or are you looking for partners that can manufacture the system here in the Philippines?
Yeah, I think we need to unmute from our camera first. They cannot hear us.
I can hear you, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So actually, we already launched as a business and we manufacture our products ourselves.
Okay.
So the business model is the data service provider, not not the hardware.
Okay, ma'am. So maybe we can be contacted on the 21st so we can discuss further, because as mentioned on my presentation, we manufacture equipment also, we do integration also, and we do system automations as well. So maybe we can introduce also here in the Philippines, because somehow this is a big problem that we're facing every day.
Yes.
So it's a big help also, not just for us, but for the government also.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. So let's discuss after this.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And next question is Jimmy. Please go ahead.
I did not hear the answer from the Mikunia representative, the ATEC, if we could meet on November 21.
Yes, can you hear me? I'm from Mikunia. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for the interested in our technology. So that let's have the discussion one-on-one. Please keep in touch. Thank you.
To that, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we see a lot of opportunities for the one-on-one meetings coming up November 21st and 22nd. But we are very sorry that we have a little technical issue and maybe some people has a little hard time to hear our voice. But hope you can, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. If you have any technical issues, yes, please let us know because we actually cannot see if you can hear us or not. So. And then we'd like to move on to the final Q&A sessions, not only for the group number 5, but for the group number 1 to number 5. So if you have any questions to any participants in this business matching event, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask.
I have a question that, maybe all of us want to get a copy of the presentation, especially from Japan, because you have many pages in your presentations. Can you send those to us?
I'm sorry, to which company do you have questions?
For all the presenters from Japan.
Okay. I'm sorry. Could you ask the question once again because we have a little hard time to hear your voice?
Can you share the presentations with us by email?
Okay. The thing is, before we share all the information each other, we will set up a one-on-one meeting. So we'd like to ask you to apply for the one-on-one meeting first, and then we can exchange all the information. Is that okay for you?
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Please go ahead.
Is there a formal registration for the one-on-one meeting?
Yes, we have an announcement after this Q&A session, so please wait. I know we all are so much excited to have a one-on-one meeting, but it's good. So let me finish up the Q&A session first. So no more questions from the participants to the companies from Japan and Philippines. Then let me ask the spectators. Our spectators has been listening to your presentation. Let me ask them if they have any questions to any companies who made a presentation. If any, please unmute and ask. No questions from spectators? Now we're about to wrap up today's event, and we see a lot of opportunities, and it's glad to know everybody gets so much excited for the one-on-one meeting held on November 21st and 22nd. And with this excitement, we hereby close our online business matching event. And we are glad to see you all here today. And thank you for joining us and making this event as successful. And have a good rest of the day. And we hope to see you all on one-on-one meeting later. Okay, thank you very much.